The following is fact number 27 from my article entitled, "The Facts Speak for Themselves." The level of fear that resulted from the attacks of 9/11 was nourished and maintained and still is to this day. Reich Marshal Hermann Goering once said, quote, "Of course the people don't want war, but after all, it's the leaders of the country who determine the policy, and it's always a simple matter to drag the people along, whether it's a democracy, a fascist dictatorship, or a parliament, or a communist dictatorship. Voice or no voice, the people can always be brought to the bidding of the leaders. That is easy. All you have to do is tell them they are being attacked and denounce the pacifists for lack of patriotism and exposing the country to greater danger." End quote. On June 23, 2007, Glenn Greenwald wrote about how insurgents in Iraq were being referred to as Al-Qaeda more frequently. He states, quote, "What makes this practice all the more disturbing is how quickly and obediently the media has adopted the change in terms consciously issued by the Bush administration and their military officials responsible for presenting the Bush view of the war to the press." End quote. Fox News once suggested Al-Qaeda was responsible for starting California wildfires. Keith Olbermann ran two stories that I know of regarding the political usage of terror threats. The New York Times recently ran a massive story on how military analysts with, quote, "ties to military contractors," end quote, were being used by the Pentagon to, quote, "shape terrorism coverage from inside the major TV and radio networks," end quote. They, quote, "have echoed administration talking points, sometimes even when they suspected the information was false or inflated," end quote. That is the end of fact number 27. Tonight, as I make this film, a report from Raw Story says that Representative Peter King from New York thinks we should be using the word terrorism more to make us safer. I didn't think it could be used more. What will make us safer and less afraid is to expose and confront the truth about the 9/11 attacks so we can end what is known as the post-9/11 world. A constant state of fear is unhealthy. As Hermann Goering said, fear makes people more manageable. I don't know about you, but I don't like being managed.